What's going on? This is Andy. I'm here to give you some of my favorite picks as we take on the house over at No House Advantage. Here's how this contest works. You pick 5 players across any sport. Today I'm going to be focusing on NHL, but it doesn't have to be just NHL. It can be NBA or any other sports listed. And if you pick 5 player props correctly, you make up to 21 times your money. No House Advantage is a fantastic new fantasy platform that combines player props and fantasy and rolls it into one. They offer 2 types of contests, the Versus the House contest, which we're taking part in today, but they also offer a pick'em contest that's tournament style, and the more props that you get correctly, the higher you rise in the standings and get closer to that top prize. And for a limited time, if you go over to No House Advantage using the link in the description of this video, they're going to match your first deposit up to $100. So you're going to put in 100, they'll give you another 100, and then you can sprinkle it around on a couple of these picks that we're going to give you today. What are the first picks I'm going to give you? It's actually 2 from the same game. I'm taking 2 members of the Seattle Kraken to not register a point against the New York Islanders. One is former Islander Jordan Eberle, and the other is Burakovsky. Now, these are definitely 2 good players, but this actually has more to do about the Islanders than it does about the Seattle Kraken. The Islanders have conceded 1 goal, 0 goals, 2 goals. That's 4 straight games of 2 goals or fewer allowed by the New York Islanders, and in a game that they're playing at home with Ilya Sorokin confirmed in net, I'm going to bet against those 2 players to register a point. Since the Islanders are getting into this defensive groove, I think it would be a nice calculated bet to guess that those 2 players will stay off the score sheet tonight. I mean, you're talking about 2 goals total in their last 3 games allowed. So I'm going to bank that the Islanders are going to keep that defensive momentum going. So I'm betting against those 2 players to register a point. Then I'm going to be looking at that Colorado Avalanche Pittsburgh Penguins game. I'm going to take Ricard Rakell to register a point. He's been relatively productive lately. That line has kind of been clicking. He's also going to get some power play time, and one of his power play line mates / even strength line mates, Sidney Crosby, I'm also going to take to register over 2.5 shots on goal. He's going up against one of his good buddies in Nathan MacKinnon. Colorado was streaking right before the All-Star break. Pittsburgh playing pretty well, but kind of, lingering around 500, but we're able to get some wins, but they've been scoring a bunch, especially when considering how they've been getting, mediocre goaltending with all the Tristan Jarry situation in flux and his health and everything that surrounded that. So I'm going to take the over 2.5 shots on goal for Sidney Crosby. So we got 2 Penguins, 2 Kraken, and that's what I'm going to give for you here on this Tuesday night. Always remember that if you maybe don't have much faith in my selections, or you want to check out some other contests provided by No House Advantage, if you go over to stokastic.com, they offer free projections for many No House Advantage contests. So if you're ever stuck and you want some inside information, they offer absolutely free optimal lineups and optimizers for this contest. So go over to stokastic.com, check that out, and I will be back with you on Thursday as we take on the house once again. I'll be looking at that slate of NHL games, and then also for Super Bowl as well. All right, take it easy. I will see you then.